Black people, constituting one of the largest ethnic groups globally, possess a storied history, which is notably documented in the Holy Scriptures. Interestingly, the Bible delves into the origins of African people, including their prominent figures such as melanin kings and queens. In this video, you'll uncover intriguing facts about the biblical ancestors of Black and African peoples. Please remember to engage by liking, commenting, and subscribing to our channel. According to the Holy Scriptures, all contemporary peoples trace their ancestry back to Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. This lineage extends to encompass Black individuals and other ethnic groups characterized by dark skin, whose lineage is rooted in Ham, one of Noah's sons. Ham, alongside his brothers Shem and Japheth, represents a significant lineage within biblical narratives. Shem and Japheth are associated respectively with Semitic peoples such as Arabs, Jews, and Syrians, as well as with Europeans and Asians. Meanwhile, Ham's descendants were originally referred to as Hamites or Amites, tracing their lineage back to Noah's son, either Khan or Rami, as indicated in the Bible. In the book of Genesis, following the flood, Noah and his 3 sons were entrusted with the responsibility of perpetuating the lineage of Adam and preserving their family's heritage. With just 8 individuals, Noah, his wife, their 3 sons, and their daughters-in-law, humanity faced a fresh beginning, poised to rebuild and thrive anew. Ham, the son of Noah, holds a significant place in biblical narratives as the progenitor of African and Black peoples. Throughout the Bible, his name is consistently linked with Africa, with the book of Psalms specifically citing him as the ancestor of the ancient Egyptians. Notably, in ancient traditions, including rabbinical teachings and other historical accounts of Jewish people, Ham is consistently identified as the forebear of African peoples. Moreover, various interpretations of Ham's lineage consistently point to African countries and regions, highlighting the deep-rooted connection between Ham and African peoples. Interestingly, the name Ham itself carries connotations of darkness or burning in Hebrew, Aramaic, and other ancient languages, reflecting the skin tone of his descendants. In Genesis chapter 10, spanning verses 6 to 14, one can delve deeper into the lineage of Ham, also recognized as the Hamite peoples. This section of the text provides insights into Ham's descendants, including Kush, who is acknowledged as the progenitor of several African peoples, and Mizraim, revered as the ancestor of the ancient Egyptians. It's noteworthy that various peoples, including Arabs, Jews, and Syrians, historically referred to Egypt as Mizraim, in homage to its original founder. Additionally, Ham's other sons include Put, also known as Phut, and Canaan, who is notably recognized as the forefather of the Canaanites rather than African peoples. It's crucial to grasp that Canaan represents a distinct region and people within the narrative. Furthermore, the lineage of Kush encompasses figures such as Havilah, Sabta, Sabteka, Rama, Sheba, and Nimrod, whose domain at the onset of his reign included cities like Babel, among others. Nimrod, regarded as an ancestor of the indigenous peoples of ancient Babylon and the Sumerians, ventured towards Assyria, where he established 2 or 3 cities. Additionally, Mizrahi is identified as the forebear of the Ludim, who are North African peoples encompassing groups like the Anemites, Lahabis, Naphtuates, Patricids, and Casualites. From these lineages emerged the Philistines and other notable groups. Ham's eldest son, Mizrahi, played a pivotal role in the emergence of numerous nations and peoples, including the Ethiopians. It's recognized that all Ethiopians trace their lineage back to Kush, as do the people of Nubia, historically known as the Kingdom of Kush. These significant nations and peoples, originating from Kush, Ham's firstborn son, extend beyond Kush and Nubia. This includes the ancient Sumerians, highlighting the diverse legacy of Ham's descendants. Nimrod, known as the defiant son of Kush, is credited as the forefather of the Samaritan people. Additionally, the inhabitants of South India, along with other African groups like Malians, Eritreans, Kenyans, Congolese, and Bantus from Gabon, are believed to have descended from Kush. The term Kush carries associations with Ethiopia, Sudan, and broader Africa in biblical contexts, with its literal meaning signifying Ethiopia or blackness. Kush was also the progenitor of Kano and Mizrahi, also known as Mitrain. Mizrahi is acknowledged as the ancestor of the ancient Egyptians and various North African peoples, including the Berbers and the dark-skinned Tuaregs. Remarkably, all Semitic peoples, such as the Arameans, Arabs, and Israelites, commonly refer to Egypt as Mizrahi, emphasizing the enduring cultural and historical significance of this term. This naming convention finds usage across multiple ancient languages, including Aramaic, Arabic, and Hebrew. In Psalms chapter 78, verse 51, it is recorded that all the firstborn in Egypt, the firstfruits of manhood in the dwellings of Ham, were struck down. Additionally, Mizrahi, also known as Cam, had a son named Put, also referred to as Phut. An intriguing observation is that the name Put or Foot derives from a word meaning landmark, referencing tribal hunters in Africa. Put is recognized as the progenitor of the indigenous Black Libyans of Libya, along with several other African peoples. Now, turning to the well-known Curse of Ham and the subsequent curse on Canaan, many in antiquity misinterpreted this passage from Genesis chapter 9. The text recounts how Noah, after becoming intoxicated, was uncovered by his son Ham, who then informed his brothers about their father's state in a manner that could be seen as disrespectful. While there are various interpretations of this event, it's important to note that Noah's curse was specifically directed at Canaan, one of Ham's sons. While Noah's response may seem exaggerated, it reflects the sacredness of paternal respect prevalent during that time. Some interpretations suggest that Noah's intoxication was unintentional, perhaps resulting from his discovery of winemaking, a novel practice at the time. This perspective helps explain why God does not punish Noah for his drunkenness. It's important to note that Ham and his other 3 children, Kush, Mizrahi, and Put, originally hailed from African peoples. It's crucial to emphasize that Black peoples were not cursed. Rather, it was Canaan, the father of the Canaanites residing in the Middle East, who received Noah's curse, not African peoples. Interpreting the biblical text to suggest that African peoples were cursed is a serious misinterpretation. The curse was specifically directed at Canaan, the ancestor of the Canaanite peoples. Ham, on the other hand, is recognized as the progenitor of all African and South Indian peoples. Ham's longevity is notable, given his birth before the flood, allowing him to witness multiple generations of his family and ancestry. Interestingly, like his brother Shem, who is believed to have lived approximately 600 years or longer, there's a presumption that Ham also reached a similar age, though precise confirmation is absent from biblical texts. The exact location of Ham's tomb remains uncertain, but various theories and studies propose potential resting places. Some suggest it could be in the Ethiopian region, or even in Nubia. Alternatively, there are claims that he may be buried in Mesopotamia, within the land of the Sumerians. However, there is widespread consensus that Ham's tomb lies in Africa, specifically in Sudan or Ethiopia. Some intriguing speculations even propose Egypt as a possible burial site for Ham. Given Egypt's rich history and continuous discoveries of ancient tombs, this notion adds to the mystique surrounding Ham's final resting place. The Book of Jubilees offers additional insights into the later years of Ham's life and the events concerning Noah's family and the 3 lineages, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. This ancient Jewish text, revered as authentic during the time of Christ and earlier, recounts Ham's strong disapproval of his youngest son Canaan's choice to settle in the land traditionally associated with Shem, now recognized as Israel. Kin, Ham's descendant, shared his ancestors' discontent with Canaan's ambition to claim those lands for himself. In the Book of Jubilees, it is recounted that Kush and Mizrahi, brothers of Canaan, together with their father Ham, expressed disapproval of Canaan's decision to settle in the region associated with Shem, which corresponds to present-day Israel. Like Ham, they too voiced their objections to Canaan's actions. They confronted Canaan, insisting he vacate the land, as they believed that African territories were intended for the descendants of Ham. Despite their admonitions, Canaan persisted in dwelling in the land, disregarding the wishes of his father and brothers, Mizrahi and Cush. According to the Book of Jubilees, Ham is credited as the founder of the first city and province after the flood, which he named after his beloved wife, Male Tamlach. Thank you to everyone who has watched thus far. Your likes, shares, and subscriptions are greatly appreciated and essential for reaching more viewers. Stay tuned for more content, and see you soon.